Shalom to everyone. Today we're learning Zera Shimshon, Chanukah, and Parashat Miketz. The letter Tet Zayin in page Tav Tet Vav. Everyone, really thank you for coming. This shiur should be Elul Nishmat Moro Ari Ben Dino. Vagam Elul Nishmat Apa Dukhtar Bat Yofor HaShem Tanichena וגם שושנה בת מלכו, וגם אפרים בן מלכה, וגם
יהודה בן אבי אבא דוידוביץ.
יהודה בן אבי אבא דוידוביץ, תנו נשמע. גם צפור מאיה בת בלה ולא רוח השם תניחנה בגן עדן, וגם אלעזר בן תמר, וגם חמרו בת טובה רוח השם תניחנה, וגם אברהם בן זוהר. And also רפואה שלמה לכל עם ישראל בכללם. טובה, אריאנה בת מרינה מזל. רפואה שלמה? כן. בחור בריס בן לאה. המבדיל בן חיים לחיים. And also tonight is Rosh Chodesh. Those who can't tonight, maybe tomorrow, try to put the candle for Rabbi Meir Balanes. It gives big segula on Chodesh Tevet.
Also רפואה שלמה.
And לעילוי נשמת רבי יאיר חיים בן משה שמשון בכרך. רוח השם תניחם בגן עדן.
רפואה שלמה. רפואה שלמה. בלה בת אסתר.
בלה בת אסתר.
And רוחמה פרו מלכה לאה בת חנה סרה.
בת חנה סרה. נשמת דני בן ביתיו. רוח השם תניחם בגן עדן. I want to say, oh yeah, this lady saved my life when I was a kid. One second, Marusha. What's his name? Marusha. Margarita bat Tamara, no? Margarita bat? Margarita bat Sarah. This lady is so Chabla Mama. Когда я был маленький ребенок, я тяжело болел. Она один укол сделала, я вылечился. А когда готов, גם לעילוי נשמת מולו מיכאל דמקרא אבו בן זיפו. Okay. Before we start shiur, I want to say personally thank you to Molo Natan Sasonov. Thank you very much for sponsoring the shiur. Thank you, Molo David Khanimov. Thank you to Mr. Nisim and Pinchas Akimov. Thank you to Molo Ariel Kanchorov. HaShem should give him Arichud Yamim Veshanim, Nachad Me'ayladim, to be wedding so many children one after another. Amen. Okay, let's start. We're learning Zera Shimshon Tet Zayin. Shabbat, Perek Yud Bet. In Shabbat, chapter 12, Gemara Shabbat, in page 105a says, Rav Nachmon Michael Nachmani. Rav Nachmon Michael said, Man edaber uman itztadak. When brothers came to Mitzrayim, Yosef is already king, but brothers sold Yosef, remember, right? They sold him to slavery. Who bought him? Potiphar bought him. 1 year Yosef was slave in Potiphar's house. Potiphar's wife wanted to live with Yosef. He said no. He remained tzaddik. She put him in jail. She caused him to be in jail. 10 years Yosef was in jail. After 10 years, he said to the butler, when you come out, remember me 2 times. When you say 2 times to some person, you lose your trust from HaShem and you put your trust to people, which is wrong. HaShem said like this, you always put trust on me, now on people. 2 more years, date to date, he was in jail. From Rosh Hashanah to Rosh Hashanah. And it was exactly day to day, 2 years. 2 years. So look at this. The minute somebody suffers, somebody enjoys. The minute Yitzchak Avinu was put in the ground because he died, that minute Yosef came out to be king. The minute
No.
The minute Yosef HaTzadik came out to be king, that minute was Yitzchak Avinu was buried. Okay? One tzaddik goes down, one tzaddik goes into slavery, salvation. Okay. Vayhi Miketz Shnatayim Yamim. Okay. Then what happens? Yosef was in Egypt king. After he became king, 9 years later, brothers why 9 years later? Because actually 7-8 years later, because 7 years was abundance and the years of hunger came, then the brothers came, right? So Yosef was 37, 38 between 38 39 Yosef was. So 8-9 years later, after he was king already, brothers came to get grain. Yosef said, I want to see Binyamin. I want to see your younger brother. I don't trust you, you liars. Why? Because they all came from 10 gates, right? So they said, we're not liars, we're truthful. So Yosef said, I don't believe you until you bring me Binyamin. They brought Binyamin. Yosef said to Menashe to take the goblet and throw into the bag of Binyamin. So now Yosef said, somebody stole my goblet. But he himself told them to put it into the bag of Binyamin. Then what happened? When they found the goblet was found by the Binyamin, Yosef said, this kid will be my servant, and you all go home. In the beginning, Yehuda said, we are truthful, we're tzaddikim, we can't say nothing. And now, Yehuda says, man edaber o man nitztadak. What can I say, and how can I prove myself not guilty? How can I make myself not guilty? Here, Zera Shimshon starts. Every word is a diamond. Look at this beauty. We'll finish by 10 o'clock. Today is not so long. But it's so deep. Every word is important. Look inside. Gemara Shabbat, page 105. Rav Nachmon said, what do you that said? What can I say? How can I prove myself not guilty if the testimony shows that Binyamin's bag had the cup of Yosef? So Gemara is asking, what's the word nitztadak? Say, man, tzedek. How can I justify myself? What do you mean nitztadak? Nitzadek. Nitztadak, why extra letters there? Nun, tzadik, tet, dalet, kuf. 5 letters. Nun says, nechonim anachnu. Yehuda says, we are right. Number 2, tzadikim anachnu, we are righteous. Number 3, teorim anachnu, we are pure. Number 4, dakim anachnu. What's dak? Huh? Innocent. Or specific. We are careful what we're doing. And number 5, kedoshim anachnu. We are holy. Adkan. Ha'echrech shaya leRav Nachmon lidrosh anot likron hu mipnei shaya lo lomar ma nitzdak. Why Rav Nachmon in Gemara, page Shabbat, Gemara Shabbat, page 105 comes to explain these words? Because he sees extra letter. Should have said tzedek, nitzdak, say nitztadak. Every letter in the Torah is so deep. It gives deeper explanations. Vekatav, nitztadak, vade de ati lidrasha. Once he wrote nitztadak, must be explained. Aval adayin tzarich ta'am, mara u'az hashvatim lirmoz al chamisha dvarim elu. Why? Shvatim gave 5 reasons to these 5 meanings to these words. Ve'efshar shenatzu lirmoz al ha'elbonot shesavlu. Maybe they wanted to hint to the insults that they got. Insults. Shvatim got 5 insults. We'll see that now. They got 5 times insulted. Embarrassed, put down. Shehine Yosef siper la'aviv alehem shayu ochlim evel min achai. What did Yosef say the brothers did? But they were eating piece of a live animal. What means ever min achai? Ever min achai is animals walking. You cut off the tail and you start eating. When it's still alive, it's called ever min achai. You're living a piece of a live animal. והיו מזלזלים בבני השפחות. והיו מזלזלים בבני השפחות. And they were shaming, belittling the sons of the maidservants. Bilha and Zilpa. Likrotam avadim. They used to call them slaves, even though it's same brothers through the father, not through the mother. They would call them slaves. V'chashudim alay ra'ayot. And the third thing, Yosef said about the brothers that they were doing immorality things, talking to girls, spending time with them. Next, v'ata beridetam lemitzrayim. Now, when they went down to look for Yosef and to get food for the home, they came down the Mitzrayim to Egypt. Nechshudu al shtei dvarim. Yosef was suspicious and then for two things. Shekan dafka melaglim. He called them, you are spies. Why they were called spies? Because they came from 10 different doors. If you come to the city, 10 brothers, you come from one door. You don't come from 10 doors. How did Yosef know this? Because every guy who was standing by the gate, he would write the name of whoever came. Social security ideas. Okay? Shekar'am davka melaglim. Limdod lahem midah keneged midah. He called them melaglim to give them punishment midah keneged midah. Measure for measure. Ki hamelagel moser mamon chavero beyad goy. Look at these guys. This is we have in New York today. Be careful. What's melagel? Spy. What spy does? Snitch. What spy does? He's your friend. You klal Yisrael, he's klal Yisrael. He snitches on you that government should take your money away from you. Welcome to America. That's right.
They started doing that with tickets now. If you see somebody at a park, you can text it in and you get $45 per ticket. 25%. If somebody gets a ticket because you snitched him,
using a plaque illegally.
You get commission.
So you know they make good money.
But Avhem Maslu. So what they did? Why Yosef called them snitch now? Why Yosef called them all? You are snitch. Why?
Because the snitch shows that he's your brother.
Because they sold Yosef to Ishmaelim. If you take somebody's Jewish guy's money, Legoyim, you called snitch, then they didn't take Yosef's money, they took Yosef himself. To Ishmaelim, they sold it. This is worse. Therefore, Yosef accused them, saying, you are spies, that you came to spy the land. And therefore, the pasuk makes diuk. How is it diuk? Specifies to say, analyze. Very good. And Yosef told them what? You are spies. Because you sold your own brother. And therefore you came to Mitzrayim to see the dirt of the dirt things, the bad things of the land. Therefore they said, what? We are truthful. We did not spy the brother. We are righteous. Muslim. We are not snitches. We are pure. We did not eat ever minachai. If you eat not kosher food or forbidden food for any reason, it makes you impure. We are humble. We are innocent. And we are humble in our eyes. We are not holy. We are not holy. We are not thinking big shots in our eyes to call our own brothers slaves. קדושים אנחנו, we are holy, ואין אנחנו חשודים על העריות. We are not doing immorality things, we're not doing with dirt. שבכל מקום שאתה מוצא גדר ערווה, anytime you know person makes separation to not look at immoral things, שם אתה מוצא קידושה. Or there you find right away holy things. How? As soon as you take yourself away from immoral things, right away you get to be kadosh. Right away, split second. You say, you know, I'm not going to watch bad things. That's all. You become holy right away. You don't need to wait 1 month to become holy. Chick-chack.
All this is getting explained from the word
Nitztadak. All these 5 steps from the word Nitztadak. Yosef says 5 things about them. You this. They said, we're not. Okay, we're not this. And the connection is Kach. What's the problem? Why he called them you are spies? Because Yaakov Avinu's children came into the Egypt. How? Ba'asara Sha'arei ha'ir. They came with the 10 gates of the city. They want to find Yosef and redeem him, buy him for any price. What Rashi says, when it says, Yosef said, you came here to look at the dirt of the land. And Yosef's brothers came down to buy food. And Yosef said, what if you find your brother and you're not going to be able to buy it? Then they said, we'll destroy the city and get him. If so, that's the reason you came from 10 gates. You came from 10 gates, you don't want to destroy the city, so you are spies. Now what they said, no, we are truthful, we are rightful. We are not spies. Since we are not spies, that's a reason to you, we are tzaddikim and not snitches. We are not snitches. Our kavanah was to redeem our brother. Now we cannot find him. So once we cannot find Yosef, we cannot find our brother. So we say, you know what? His zuchud is not to be redeemed. He needs to be slave. Finish with it. We tried our ishtadlut. We couldn't find it. Tough luck on him. Next.
Rabbi, all of this the brothers are saying to Yosef now, right?
No.
He accuses them, and now they're giving him back. They said we went to look for him. We couldn't find him.
To Yosef right now, right?
Yes. They said we couldn't find him. It means he has to stay like this. HaShem wants it that way.
To me, it also sounds a little funky because if you're coming and you're talking to a king, right now, why are you putting him down? Why are you not like telling him? Oh,
how they putting him down?
They're telling him everything the opposite that he said about them. They're not doing it like gentle. They're going like full force. They're saying like, we're not this because of this. We're not that because of that. We're not this because of that. They're not saying.
They're saying one word. They're saying we are tzaddikim. Whatever you think 5 things about us, not. That's all. They said one word. They said we are tzaddikim.
They nullified all his comment with one statement.
With one word.
It's not going like a dialogue. You know, it's a big question if they spoke to the Yosef directly, because you never get a chance to speak to king directly. It's always middlemen in the middle. And this is why Yaakov Avinu, this is why Yosef's life was cut for 10 years. Why? They said 5 times, our father, your servant. Why 10 years for this? Because 5 times they said, 5 times interpreted. So Yosef all over heard 10 times, our father, your servant. Then he said, quiet. Hashem said, yeah, 10 years off from his life. So we see from here all the conversations from the middleman. Some said that middleman was Manasseh.
Oh, his son.
Guys, you want to laugh something? Rabbi Walken's wife and Rabbi Walken today said something very funny. They said, if there's something tricky will be with this vaccine or anything, don't worry. One day it's going to come out that is not true, and they're going to be in trouble. Why? They said one thing very, very funny. They said you could fool everybody for a short time, or you could fool everybody for a little time, or little people for all the times, but you cannot fool everyone for all the times. Do you understand? So whoever does trick, one day comes out. All this one word. There is judge and there is judgment. There is HaShem. If someone does tricky things in Hashem's world, don't forget that we are Hashem's children. It definitely will open up. Number two, Rabbi Wilkins' wife said to me, whoever you know, tell them not to take vaccines. Why? To know 100% vaccine is good, you need to wait 10 years. Very good.
7 or 10?
10. Why 10? Because some people could get vaccine now. After 6, 7, 8 years, they have tumor, all this nonsense. It's because of vaccine, they don't know. So therefore, vaccine needs to be known 10 years. That is the fact. I'm sorry, doctors, if I said something wrong. But this is what they said. And this is what the rabbis, Bedin in Israel said it. They just say it now all over the internet. They said, vaccine needs to be known for 10 years. I'm sorry, I'm stopping in the middle of the show talking about it. Why? Because it is life we're talking about. We're saving people's lives. You can't joke around with this. Huh? Yeah, don't jump into something you don't know 100%. Therefore, wait, be patient. You're a little bit sick, take medication. That's all. Hashem should protect everyone. And Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem.
Yeah.
Huh?
Somebody
You can get on the vaccine? Who said that?
That they can,
Yeah, but
you
if you tell me allergic to
cannot come
something,
on the plane without showing that you can vaccinate.
No workman.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
work.
see.
A lot of
We
people
need
don't
to
know.
do that more
Israel is mandating it. You can't travel to the vaccinated.
Hashem should protect us. Let's go. Let's go. I promise by 10 to finish, guys. והקשר הוא, and the connection is כך, שבני יעקב נכנסו בעשרה, שערי העיר כדי לבקש את יוסף. Okay, so they wanted to find him, and it said, so what if we don't find him? ואדרבה, אנחנו טהורים, דקים וקדושים. So they said, no, we are holy. Next. ובזה יתולץ ו'. And now we'll explain the extra ו', יתלה על פסוק. What it says, עבדיך should be, where it says, ועבדיך, why extra ו' is there? They said, ועבדיך באו לשבות אוכל. And your servants came to buy food. דהיה לו לומר, לא אדוני, עבדיך באו לשבות אוכל. They should say, no, my master. Your servants came to buy food. Right? It says, ועבדיך. What's vow for? אלא ודאי שהם השיבו לו שתי דברים. They answered to Yosef two things. לא אדוני, שאין אנחנו מוסרים. A, we're not snitch. ועוד, עבדיך באו לשבות אוכל. We came to buy food. ולא לטול את הארץ. We did not come to investigate the land. We came to buy food only. And we didn't come to investigate the land. We came to buy food and not. That's the extra one, extra one. We came to buy food and not to investigate the land. ועוד, לא היו עבדיך מרגלים שהיה לו לומר, אין אנחנו מרגלים, אלא ודאי לא היו לשעבר. What they say? ועבדיך לא היו מרגלים. What means לא היו מרגלים? Now? Oh, lo maraglim 22 years ago. When they say now we were not now and we were not then for 22 years ago when we sold you to Ishmaelim. It was not because we were snitch. No, we did what the right thing to do was.
But they didn't know that they were talking to Yosef.
Yeah, for some reason I think they knew. Like it was impossible. They don't.
It was revealed later that he told everybody.
They knew, but they
weren't sure.
No.
He was
They did
accusing
not
them.
know.
He was
They did
accusing
not-
them and they were responding.
They did not know they were talking to Yosef.
Right.
And what Yosef says that we were not. They say we were not now and we were not then. Not we were selling you or not selling you. They said that time we were not snitch. That's all. In general. Next. שמה שמכרו אחיהם יוסף, בדין מכרוהו. They said, whatever we did, that was judgment. It was not because we were snitch. מהטעמים שכתבנו לעיל בפרשה הקודמת, או ממה שנכתב לכמן בסמוך. והתשפ"ר שמיד שאמרו הם. והאחד עינינו, what now? Yosef said, I can't fight. How many brothers do you have now? 11. Where's the other one? We don't have him. He's dead. Yosef said, stop. אמר להם יוסף, הוא אשר דיברת עליכם לאמור מרגלים אתם. You couldn't find him? You snitches. You sold him. You sold him out. דלפי פשוטו כשם מילתו. אלא שכיוון שאמרו הם והאחד איננו אמר להם, הוא אשר דיברתי שאתם מוסרים שמסרתם דם אחיכם ביד ערלים. You took and you give over the blood of your brother to the ערלים. What's ערלים? Is that your question today? What Orla means? What's Arelim? Huh?
Uncircumcised.
What's Arel?
Uncircumcised.
Uncircumcised. Arel means we're still foreskin. Orla, extra skin is on the breast. There's many answers to this, huh? Yeah. So he says to them, you sold him there, you sold your brother to Arelim, to Goyim. ואף יוסף כשאמר להם, ואת אחיכם הקטון תביאו אליי, and when Yosef said, bring me your younger brother, ויאמנו דבריכם, and now, דבריכם, and now, true, and I believe to your words, כלומר, אם תביאו אחיכם, if you bring me your brother, יהיה ודאי שאתם אינכם מוסרים. You bring me another brother, then I know for sure you're not snitch. You're not snitch. ואם לאו, שתניחו, Shimon beyadi leolam. If you cannot bring the other brother, which is Binyamin, then I know for sure you are spies, and Shimon will stay here forever. Shmamina shatem mosrim. And comes out that you are snitch. Bottom line. Bottom line. What is this talking about? What is going on here? What did we get out of this Zera Shimshon today? Yeah, of course, every word in the Torah is deep. You have to make the Rashai. What did we learn from here? We learn from here one big thing. Brothers' view in their action was right. Yosef's view in their action was wrong. When Yosef tells them after the whole story, I am Yosef, the reality hit on the head. What happened to them? They all died. Yosef and Menashe, his son, were walking around to make everyone Chiyadametim. He brought dead people alive. You know, Gemara says, if people, Yosef person and their people, after 1,000 years or 500 years, all of them under the ground, all of them dead. If people say to you, I am Yosef, if Yosef said to the brothers, to Shvatim, I'm Yosef, they couldn't handle, and they died, what's going to happen to us after 120 when HaShem says, I am HaShem. Where can we run away? Therefore, look at this. You can't every step walking under freezing night. Every step is a mitzvah. You should be proud of this mitzvah. You go home, ask your son, ask your child, where was I? I don't know, Abba, where were you? I wasn't sure. Oh yeah, what shiur? We learn about Yosef HaTzadik. We learn about this. We learn how it's important when brothers together. Why? In the one brother is not there, the whole Jewish nation goes to slavery to Egypt. Achdut. But what I'm trying to tell you, in life, every time you do something, in business, you want to put money, you want to take money, you want to do something, you want to sell, you want to buy, you want to build, you want to break, you want to do anything. First say like this, 1 second. This is my idea. What about different idea? Is there different ideas? Is there third idea? Is there fourth idea? Why? Because sometimes even your shevet, you are shevet. Maybe there's wrong. Maybe there's something wrong. HaShem should protect us to see things with eyes of Torah, to grow in Torah. I want to say thank you to everyone. You should know, everyone came today. It's a big Mesirat Nefesh on cold weather. Look, usually we have double today. People, double. Why have people not here? Scared. This. HaShem should protect us. Thank you for coming. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לצקות את ישראל. לפיתח את בעלם את העולם מצוות שנאמר, אדוני חפש למען להגדיל.